Should I buy a house or keep renting? It's one of the most common questions I hear from clients, and honestly, it's one of the most misunderstood financial decisions people make. Most people think it's simple: compare your rent to the mortgage payment, and you're done. But the reality is more complex and far more important to your financial future. I'm Andre Small, a certified financial planner and the founder of A Small Investment. Today, I'm breaking down the buy versus rent decision in a way that goes beyond the surface level advice you'll find online. By the end of this video, you have a clear framework to make the right choice for your situation and not what worked for someone else. Here we go. Why this decision isn't so simple. You've probably heard people say renting is throwing money away, but that's not the whole story. Both renting and buying come with costs, risk, and opportunity. The right choice depends on two critical factors: your personal goals and your financial readiness. Owning a home can help you build equity and create stability, but renting gives you freedom, flexibility, and often lower financial risk. The key is aligning your decisions with your long-term goals. And if you're not clear on these goals yet, that's actually where you need to start. Because without a clear financial plan, a house can either support your future or derail it. The true cost of ownership. Let's talk about what buying a home really costs. Most people focus on the monthly mortgage payment, but that's just the beginning. When you own a home, you also pay property taxes, homeowner's insurance, HOA fees, ongoing maintenance, and repairs. Here's a rule of thumb I use with clients. Total ownership costs equal about 10% of the home's value annually. So if you're looking at a $500,000 home, expect to pay about $4,167 per month, not just for the mortgage, but for everything combined. And don't forget the upfront costs: down payment, closing costs, moving expenses. That's tens of thousands of dollars that could have been invested elsewhere. The math is rarely as simple as it seems. The cost of renting. Now, renting has its own cost too. You may face rent increases over time. You're not building equity in that case. But here's what you do get: predictable monthly payments, less financial responsibility, liquid cash for other priorities. Rent varies significantly by region. The Midwest tends to have the lowest average rents, while the West Coast has the highest. But here's the key: renting preserves flexibility. If you're managing debt, building an emergency fund, or planning a career move, renting might be a smarter choice, even if you can technically afford to buy. The 10% rule and break-even analysis. Let me give you a simple framework to compare the rule of 10%. The annual cost of owning, mortgage plus interest, taxes, insurance, and maintenance, is more than 10% of the home's value. Renting is likely cheaper. You can also run a break-even analysis. Ask yourself, how many years will it take before owning becomes cheaper than renting? If you plan to move in less than 5 years, renting usually wins. Now, some people ask about adjustable rate mortgages during low rate environments. Yes, they can work, but only if you're confident you'll move or refinance within a few years. If there's any chance you'll stay longer and rates increase, you could face financial hardship. Beyond the numbers, lifestyle factor. Consider the numbers for sure and the lifestyle you want to live. Renting gives you mobility. You can take a new job in another city without worrying about selling a house. Buying gives you stability. You're rooted in a community, which matters if you have kids in a school or you want long-term consistency. Now let's talk about the emotional factors. Money decisions aren't always logical. Owning can create a sense of pride and security. Renting can feel temporary, even if it's financially smart. That's why starting with your values and goals is so important. Now, the life stage considerations. Young professionals who may relocate in 3 years probably should rent. A growing family planning to stay in the same neighborhood for a decade, buying makes more sense. Your life stage matters as much as your bank account. Common misconceptions: false belief versus truth. Let's uncover some false beliefs with the truth. False belief number 1: renting is throwing away money. Truth: renting buys you more freedom and flexibility. It may also buy you some time to straighten your financial foundation. False belief number 2: buying a house is always an investment. Truth: your house is shelter first, investment second. Home values don't always rise. If you need to sell during a downturn, you may lose money. And then false belief number 3, I need to buy a home to build wealth. Truth, buying a home is just one wealth building path. Retirement accounts, stocks, business ownership can create wealth too. For most people, a combination of all 3 of these strategies works best. Now let's consider some advanced financial planning questions that most clients overlook. Tax implications. Many buyers assume they're saved big on taxes through the mortgage interest deduction, but it's often not as valuable as expected. When you factor in property taxes, HOA fees, and maintenance, the benefits usually don't outweigh the cost. Risk capacity and liquidity. When you buy, you're trading cash for home equity. This can limit your ability to handle emergencies or pursue opportunities. If buying means depleting your emergency fund, renting is the better option. And a more in-depth guide to paying off your mortgage versus investing, check out this video, and a link is in the description. Housing market timing. Trying to time the housing market is like trying to time the stock market, nearly impossible. Instead of guessing when rates or prices will hit bottom, focus on what you can control, your financial readiness, and your goals. The planner's checklist. So here's how to decide. Step number 1, assess your financial readiness. Do you have an emergency fund? Is your debt manageable? If not, buying could create unnecessary risk. Then step number 2, clarify your time horizon. If you're planning on moving within 5 years, renting usually makes more sense. If you stay 7 or more years, buying should be considered. Then step number 3, align with your goals. Does buying support your bigger financial plan or distract from it? Step number 4, run the numbers with a CFP. Calculators are a start, but they don't provide personal advice. A certified financial planner can help you weigh the cost, risk, and lifestyle factors. So, should you buy or rent? The answer isn't a one-size-fits-all. It depends on your goals, your financial foundation, and your stage of life. Buying isn't always better, and renting isn't wasted money. The right choice is the one that aligns with your plan. If you're ready to explore what makes sense for you, I've created a financial foundation checklist. You can download it now. It's a 4-week plan to help you get clarity on your finances. You can also book a call with me for a personalized rent versus buy analysis. Your future deserves clarity, and I'd love to help you get there. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment below with your biggest question about buying or renting. And I'll see you in the next video.